And I watched
Right.
the entire Glow series. I really enjoyed it. My wife and I really liked the show. How did that come about with you?
Well, I had come to pretty much the end of a 10-year career with WWE. We obviously had a little bit of some creative differences. I just put it that way. And I always wanted to give Hollywood a shot. When Dusty Rhodes was hired in FCW, it was the first time they really instituted a promo class and things that you could do that reminded me of acting classes that I used to take back in high school, and kind of some of the things my brother would would get me into when he was out at UCLA. So I very much enjoyed it. I thought I had a decent aptitude for it. I wasn't great by any means to start, but I think I picked up. I enjoyed the backstage segments, things like that. So when me and the WWE decided to part ways, I was fortunate enough to get some immediate attention out in Hollywood from a manager agent type of guy, and I was a little hesitant at first because Hollywood is the WWE is a Shark Tank, and Hollywood is pretty much just a bigger Shark Tank. But he was great. He's been great from the start. So I went ahead, and I believe it must only been about a month or a month and a half right after the WWE signed with him, and then the Glow opportunity came 2 or 3 weeks later across his desk, and I did a tape. I auditioned for it, and that night I heard I got it. So it was timing was it was eerie in a way, to go from, and I wouldn't call it a low. I feel like I had a really good career at WWE, and it had 10 years certainly had taken its toll on my body. I needed a little bit of a rest. But for it to be that type of role that quickly after we had decided to part ways was kind of it was pretty cool, and it made me think that maybe this is the path that I really should be on, and I packed everything up, and now I'm talking to you from Hollywood, California. So,
How long were you on set?
oh God, with Glow,
Yeah.
I was there for 3 days total. They had signed me for a week, and I was there for 3 days. But the only day that I was doing anything on camera was the third day. So one day. The other 2 days, the one day I showed up just on my own to try to get a feel for things, to watch the way they did television, to get a feel for the director and the producers, and meet people, get in front of Chavo, who was there working the girls out, and teaching them to become professional wrestlers, which was fantastic to see him. I didn't expect to see him. So there was a bunch of friendly faces there, which was it was a, I say this all the time. It was the perfect transition into the acting world, because I did have a couple friends that were on the set, and it was a show that was kind of about wrestling. So something that I knew on that end, and then I had to pick up very quickly all of the other things, the small nuances of acting and all that stuff, which was just a ton of fun.
Yeah, there are several familiar faces at Carlito, Tyrus, also known as Brodus Clay, Karma, also known as Awesome Kong. She had a
Yeah.
really big role there. Uh, I know you said you were surprised to see Chavo. Did you know that any of those other people had been cast before you saw them on set?
Well, I didn't see it. The only person I believe I did see on set was Chavo, and Mr. Monopoly. The rest I did not. I knew later that that Nitro, John Morrison got a cast in it, and as well Brodus. But Brodus is doing fantastic. He's kind of back and forth between New York and here.
Does some stuff for Fox News as well.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's working for Fox News out of New York, and I'm so happy for him. He was always a great dude, and I always thought he was very talented. And he's great on. I think he's doing Greg Guffield. Is it
Yeah.
Guffield? Yeah. So I'll watch Fox News here and there and catch him, and I'm very happy for him. So really, the only person I saw was Chavo, but we spent the entire morning reliving the times that I was very green in the ring and was doing things that I shouldn't have done. And he told me some story, or told the girls some stories out loud with me standing there that weren't too flattering. But a great guy, man. It was just a great guy to see, and he actually also helped choreograph the my wrestling segment on the show, the Steel Horse and Mr. Monopoly segment, and there were things that we were trying that we wanted to do, and the greatest part, I think the smartest part about the day and how that the director and the producers have attempted Glow, and it's come off as, at least with me and Chavo, they kind of just left it up to us, the choreography of it. Do you want to hit a spine muscle? They would admit that we have an idea, but you guys the pros at this, so why don't you give it a shot, and then we'll just tell you if we like it or not, and we'll just keep moving. So that was a great experience to be able to go out there and just kind of pull Chavo aside and have some fun with it and see how much we could kind of get the director into it, and how much, because there was a crowd there, and they did react to different things all day long. So that was cool. It was a lot of fun.